Let's put the feelers out there. I'll be as quick as I can with this. It always takes a couple of minutes. Clipboard. Link. I swear all my stuff I've recorded onto my copied onto my clipboard, it moves around. It does my head in. Right. Come on. Da, 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 da. It's the most annoying bit, this. I always think I can do it in like 1 minute and it takes ages. Last one. I need to clean up the stuff that I've got on my Facebook. I think that's everything. Right, let's head over to TikTok. I've got messages. Nice one. Change that. Right, I think I'm ready. Why is that well out of... Oh, there you go. All right, we're good. We're good. Let's get it on. Right, what pen do I want to use today? So these are the pens that I use for my Blackbook drawings that I got from the TikTok shop. These things here. What thickness are we going to use today? 4. I don't think I've used this one yet. If I can get it out of the packet. There we go. Oh. Cool. Right, What to draw today, folks? I don't know. I've got no ideas. None. So let's just draw and see where we end up. I've got some likes already. Thank you for the likes. Madison Clark, please draw me. I'm not the best at drawing people. Well, I'm kind of fibbing a little bit there. That's actually what I used to do. I used to do digitally. I used to draw, or paint, I suppose it would be digitally. Family portraits and stuff, but I don't do that anymore. Main reason? It bored the piss out of me. Coop, how's it going, man? Good to see you. You had a good weekend? No, I used to... geez, that's brilliant. Superb, isn't it? We're like 1 minute into a drawing and I've already created a masterpiece. Yeah, I used to draw portraits, but they took so long. I just didn't enjoy it, so I stopped doing it. I used to draw movie characters, which I liked, and then I did a couple of commissions of family members and stuff, and I didn't enjoy that. Just thought it wasn't my thing. Draw a lily, please. Maybe in the future, but not for this stream. If you want to see more amazing art like this, Gaffer, don't forget to like and subscribe. You won't regret it. Yeah, I've been good, Coop. Had a pretty good weekend. Went to see some family who were over from Australia. Spent the day at my folks' house, that was fun. And then, what did I do? Saturday I had to take my kid to another birthday party. That was last minute. That was kids' birthday parties. Always go. You sit around having a drink whilst they bounce around like maniacs. What am I drawing? I am drawing just simple shapes to make up a bigger structure. So the stuff that I normally draw, so it's just kind of geometric drawings like this, or just drawings that use basic shapes to create bigger kind of structures. It's inspired by graffiti art and 16-bit era video games. So the sort of big structures and the atmospheric sort of worlds that you get in those old school video games like Super Metroid, R-Type, things like that. So I know I've barely done anything now, but that's kind of what it ends up looking like. These kind of things. Swipe to view more comments. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been working on. So I've been making prints of these today, because that's the intention, is to sell some of these as prints. So I've been looking up how to edit them properly and make them as high quality as possible. So like get rid of all the sort of background stuff. All the dots in the background, any kind of, as I nearly knock everything off my desk there, Jesus. So I did, I think I showed that print is what I did last week, but it wasn't showing up the sort of black lines as well. That one is somehow worse. I've kind of made the lines a bit clearer, and I've the editing process a bit quicker, but it looks minging on that print for some reason. So still working on it, but once I've kind of got a process for editing out all the noise and making the black ink kind of pop as much as it can, then I'll start reeling a load off, and then I'll start working on the colour prints. Let's see where they go. The works that I did in this book weren't intended to be prints, so that's why some of the lines don't look as clean. Like the paper's a bit strange. It's a bit thicker than what I normally use, so some of the ink does bleed sometimes, but it's okay. People have been asking for prints, so that's what I've been working on making. I haven't got around to listening to your track kit, Cube. I'm going to call you Cube then. I do apologise for that. I will have a listen to it after this. Oh, Ease, yes. No, I did listen to that. As soon as you said the name there, I remembered it. For some reason I thought you had a new one than that. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I really liked it. Until I'm getting older, my memory's gone to shit. Can't even remember what I listened to on Friday. You having a creative block? What, musically, artistically, or both? Happens to us all. You were on a run for ages though, weren't you? Like sort of start of this year. You're absolutely crushing it. A little bit burnt out. I won't worry about it. It happens to everyone. Now it always comes back. I think it's when you try and force it. That's when you. This is just only in my experience. I can't sort of speak to having a cure for artistic block. Everyone works differently, but it's like anything. Like if you try and force something through, it can, more often than not, it's kind of detrimental. Like it doesn't work. That's why I think I've said it to you before. Like that's why I got the scrapbook idea, where I'll just get a random book down and just draw things with no kind of plan or clear path what I want to draw. It's just random shapes, random lines, just little exercises. Just do that for a little bit. And it might not even come back sort of immediately then, but it's something you might look back on and get a bit of inspiration from that. It's one of the reasons I've said it to you before, like loads of times, haven't I? It's one of the reasons I do this stream. It's the whole point of it is there's no plan to these drawings. I'm just drawing random stuff and just see what happens. Sometimes I get some good results. Other times I make utter shite. Like there's been drawings in this scrapbook that I've just thought weren't good, but it's fine. That's just the way it goes. Like. But no, I wouldn't worry about creative block. Sometimes I'd say more often than not, or at least half the time, I've got a problem where it's the opposite, where I'll have like a load of different ideas that I want to try, and like I'll start 3 or 4 different ideas and I can never finish anything. I think that can be really frustrating. So I've just got loads of kind of unfinished ideas or unfinished drawings dotted about. Like I have trouble focusing on just one thing. Transformers. Sorry about the people in TikTok chat are wondering what the fuck I'm on about. Yeah, I'm streaming this on YouTube. If anyone is interested, I do have a YouTube channel that I'm streaming this on, as well as TikTok. But it reminds you of Transformers. think I kind of know what you mean. Like all the pieces coming together and moving about. Hi Uni, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Did you have a good weekend, Uni? Get up to anything? Any more weddings that you've been to? I remember I got invited to 4 weddings. Was it 4 or 5 weddings in 1 year? And I thought that was overkill. You've got 2 weddings next month. How many is that going to be for the year for you? That's like 10 weddings you've been to this year already, isn't it? Or am I thinking of some that you went to the back end of last year? You get to a point with me where I'm just like, nah, we ain't going. It's too many. I'm going to a wedding in June. And it's at a club it's at a rugby club, which is literally a 5-minute walk from my house, which is awesome. Could not have been happier when that was in the news. It was there. I was like, oh yes. Because usually people have them in like really remote places that you've got to get like 2 trains and a taxi to, and it's just a pain in the ass. But yeah, this one's like right on my doorstep. What the heck are my kids watching on telly? November, December, and 2. Ah, okay. This one's quite similar to the one I've actually printed. Not intentionally. Which was the one that I printed? It was... I think I said I was originally going to do 5 of these. I might do 10, because there's quite a lot that I like in that one. I'll try and make it a bit different from that one. How I'm going to make it different, I've got no idea. Alright, Dead Hand, how's it going? You have a good weekend? Oh, that's a horrible line. Oh my word. Ooh, how'd you get the cuts on your fingers? Slip of the knife, was it? Yeah, ouch. Having some pain in your knee, is it? Old age catching up with you? My knees and my back have started to wince a little bit. Well, my knee's an old football injury, but my back, I think that's just what happens when you start to edge nearer to 40. Your back just starts to have enough. Your elevator's still out. They're taking the time for that, aren't they? 7 weeks for an elevator. Oof. I've got some of those omega-3 tablets, but they started messing with my stomach a little bit, so I stopped taking them. I don't want to get too graphic on how exactly they messed with me. It's meant to be a family stream, you know. One second. Up to 281 subs on YouTube. It's the most I've ever had. Still haven't got to the heights of 9 people in the chat though. Still feel that's a long way off. Yeah, I've got an old football injury that affected my knee. Tore the cartilage in half. I got lucky though, because normally with a cartilage injury, I remember the surgeon or the doc, whoever it was, said to me that what they normally do is they'll just remove it if your cartilage is damaged, but it was such a clean kind of rip. I remember him showing me the x-ray. He said normally you just have to remove it, but he just kind of, it was like that. And he said I could just flip it back over, fold it, and you walk away with all your cartilage. But the problem wasn't that. It loosened, I want to say, the meniscus inside my knee. So they didn't have to remove that. It's still there, but it's wobbly. So anytime like you do, like I tried taking up badminton again to get fit, and because that's a lot of side-to-side movement where you stop, every time I'd stop like hard enough on my leg, my knee would just pop. Like nothing would break. It wasn't like a serious thing, but it's just really, like, it's just uncomfortable. It just feels horrible. Yeah, I would not recommend it. Which is a shame, because I'd like to start playing football again. I know I'm a bit old, but me and my friends used to go to like our local field and have a kick about, but might want to just start lightly. Do a few miles on an exercise bike first. Grease the knee, as you say. But yeah, I should have, back to my work, I should have some prints by the end of this week. I've made some progress editing the pictures. When I've scanned these pictures into my computer, I've kind of made progress with how to edit them properly. And I can apply that to my other ones. And I'll be doing prints of these for those in TikTok. I do these smaller ones. And I'll be making prints of these. And these will go for about £10–15 each. That one, there'll be print of that one. There'll be, yeah, that one. Probably this one. No, definitely this one. Definitely that one. Yeah, I'll make some prints of those. Unfortunately, I'm not able to make prints of the ones in the sketchbook. In my other sketchbook. It's not doable. So I'm going to take... There's a couple of other sketchbooks that I'm not using now because they were originally for another project. So I'm going to take paper from that. Do some similar drawings to... Where are we? This one? Yeah, so I was originally going to do prints of these, but yeah, it's not doable because the paper's kind of off-white, and because of how thin the paper is, you can see the drawings on the other side, and the time it would take to edit it just makes no sense because these took about 2 hours, well, an hour and a half to 2 hours each. So I'm going to get some other paper that I've got and draw some originals of those and get them printed off. Snack time with Coob. What we got? Some squash and sweeties. Nothing wrong with that. I had a protein bar earlier called, what was it, a Dinky? What was it called? Yeah, Dinky. I had one of these earlier, a Dinky. Well, it's a bloody quid for that, but it was alright. Because I've got a ridiculously bad sweet tooth. So I thought I'd try and... So I'm not having just normal crappy chocolate bars, I'll try and get my lips around a protein bar. Get some nutrition from it. The sugar content of the Dinky, tell me. Sugar, per 35 gram serving, 1.5 grams. I don't know what percentage of your recommended daily intake that is, no idea. But it's a protein bar, it's good for you. And it wasn't a massive one either, it was only a little dinky one, as the name suggests. Just a dinky bar. Oh, the squash. Squash isn't usually too bad, at least not in the UK, anyway. Like, if you don't go nuts with it. I know some people have, like, they'll fill their, like, half their glass with squash and water. Like maniacs. Made some fried rice. I love it. I love chicken fried rice. Never tried making it myself because I'm a lazy twat, but I do like chicken fried rice. Absolutely leather it in curry sauce as well. Yeah, I've done that to my rice as well. Left it in too long. It becomes just like, I don't know. I don't even know how you describe it. It's like when you overcook rice, it's really hard to just, like you say, it's like gooey, isn't it? You still eat it, but you're annoyed with yourself when you do it. I don't really cook rice anymore because my daughter doesn't like it. So whenever we have dinners where you have to have rice like chili or curry, I just end up doing it with potatoes now because I'm thinking I can't be asked cooking cooking two separate things for two different people. It's just annoying. So I'm like, no, we'll all have potatoes or pasta. But yeah, I rarely cook rice anymore. You want funky geometric drawings and chatter about cooking? Come to the right place. Stodgy, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Dead Hand. Yeah, that's it. Apparently fried rice, you're better off using like leftover rice that you cooked the day before. Apparently that's the best way to do it. Well, I had a good run on TikTok. Had a few people in now. It's empty, no one's in there. That's fine. Rice. It's rice, isn't it? You're gonna have to pretty much cremate it before you make it unedible. TikTok's been a bit weird with me recently. The last two times I've been live like this, so I went live for the first time on this stream last Monday and Friday. It'll get about an hour into the stream and then it'll say, oh, we're going to have to end the stream because of inactivity, which I find a bit odd. Like, why does it do it after an hour or an hour and a half, whatever it is? It just seems really daft. Ooh. It's a bold move from Mama Dad Hand. Banned her from the rice cooking. Nah. Nearly burnt the house down with cooking rice and no water. That's a 10-year suspension from the rice duties. I've nearly cocked up before with the air fryer. Was it the air fryer? Where, so I'll put down like a non-stick grease paper or something, greaseproof paper, whatever, just a little square of it, and I'll put like if I'm going to cook a pizza on it, it's just so I don't have to clean the sort of trays out and stuff like that if it's something, you know, that can potentially stick to the tray. But what I didn't take into account was in an air fryer, hence the name, all the air kind of circulates around it, and what it does, the pizza that I put in, or whatever it was I was cooking, it's only one of those little mini ones, and I'd done like the patch of paper too big, so it was kind of, and I raised the shelf up for some reason as well, so it was blowing the air, the air was blowing the paper underneath it, so it was kind of pushing up the air, and it caught the top of the, like, you know where the kind of heated metal is on the top of the fryer. Just got a whiff of this smell, and I saw it, yanked it out immediately. It didn't set fire or anything, but it completely scorched like the paper, and I thought, fucking hell. If I hadn't have caught that could have ended disastrously. Harold Kuru, thank you. Dan, I should say. Thank you for popping in, and thank you for your kind words. I am streaming on YouTube as well. We've got a good crew in there. We're just chatting about nearly burning our kitchens down with cooking. Obviously, you don't have to jump in there. I'm just saying if you fancy chatting with some of the regulars. But as always, thank you for popping in. I was chatting earlier about I've been working on getting a print sorted out for these works. It's getting there. It's taking a bit of time. Like it took me over. I think the first time I tried to edit out a scan, it took like two. As I'm gobbing all over my page, it took me about 2 hours because I was kind of like individually kind of editing out the dots, and I thought, no, there's got to be like a quicker version of this, but I didn't know what it was. All right, Dan, how's it going? There he is. Good man. What was I saying? Yeah, I was chatting before about editing this stuff on Clip Paint Studio, and when I was scanning it in, like I found the equivalent of the clone tool, where you just kind of, you highlight one area and then do it over each dot. And I thought it took so long; it was taking like an hour, 2 hours total, and I thought there's got to be a quicker way. And I found it today, where you make the background of it transparent, and then you can kind of edit the rest out, sort of as you normally would, and it changes like the background and all that kind of stuff. Oh, excuse me. But it's just getting the colour of the, like making the black sort of pop as well. Like I say, it's getting there, but all I need to do is I just need to edit it once, like get the perfect edit. Excuse me, or a really good edit. I just need to do it once, and then I'll have like the process there available to me all the time, so the rest will just be done really, really quickly. I also want to test out, I've got matte photo paper and glossy photo paper. I want to see which it works better on as well. How am I finding the YouTube stream? Well, I started off doing these on YouTube when I first was able to stream, because the whole thing was I wanted to start, because I only ever did sort of short form videos, like I do time lapses, which were only like 2 to 3 minutes, and I thought I wouldn't mind kind of doing longer form videos, and it might have been, it was one of these guys, it was, I can't remember who it was, probably all of them, like Deadhand, Kubanuni, all saying that, they'd like to see the process in real time kind of thing. That combined with just wanting to stream in general, and it was right at the time when, because I did one stream on Twitch, then there was that whole thing with they changed some of their terms of services. Twitch, it was like you weren't going to be able to externally advertise, or I think the rev split was it went down to like 50-50 or something. So YouTube kind of pounced and opened up their streaming service, because it used to be the whole thing of you had to have 1,000 subs and what was it, 6,000 hours of playtime. You still need that. Well, they've dropped it to 3,000 hours and 500 to monetize your videos, but live streaming, they opened it up. So I just started doing it on YouTube, and I've really liked doing it on YouTube. Like, we always get these guys in. The usual crew. It's really, really good crew. We always sort of hang out and just shoot the breeze, chat about games, movies, burning rice, all that sort of stuff. It's really strange though, like TikTok seems to be more popular for like videos and photos that I upload on there. So I've got, what is it, 1,100 odd subs on TikTok, and I seem to get more views per video, but YouTube seems to be better. I seem to get more interaction with streaming, whereas TikTok I barely get anything when it comes to streaming. Like, I'll occasionally get like maybe 3 or 4 in, but they'll be there for like a few minutes, which is fine. Like, people will pop in for a few minutes, have a little look, and then be on their way, which again is absolutely fine. No one's obliged to stay. But yeah, I think for streaming, YouTube at the minute is a little bit better. But I just figured there's no harm in streaming on both. Like, the more opportunities to get eyes on the work, the better. I just don't know how to get. I just don't know how to get further reach. I mean, apparently the TikTok algorithm is knackered anyway. YouTube, nothing. Like I've given up on like trying to figure out YouTube. Like I've seen a few of those channels where, you know, they kind of do the stop doing this now on YouTube. You know, start using YouTube Shorts now. Blah 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 blah. And it's like, but it doesn't fucking matter. I just figure if I keep putting my stuff out there, eventually something will click. I do like you can spam the likes on TikTok though. I like that feature. And that you can gift, which I'm assuming you'll be able to do on YouTube. Was it the super chat thing? You can do on YouTube. But again, you need a certain amount of subscribers and all that kind of stuff. Rome wasn't built in a day, that is true. B-Dot, how's it going? It's been a while. Thank you so much for the likes. Excuse me. How are you keeping? Did you have a good weekend? I'm sure I have, but I'll say it again. I'm pretty sure I've recommended B-Dot's work to everybody, but just in case, I'll say it again. Go and check her work out. It's superb. Can I get that a little bit closer? Ramp up the season of markets. It's been good. No, it sounds wicked. Move my camera. Can I move that? It's not going to go any further over there, is it? No, it is not. I need a new arm for the phone holder. It's wobbling about all over the place. It's loose. I need to get it fixed. 16 inches of snow over the weekend and our internet has been awful. Oof. And here's me been bitching about the fact that it's been a bit cold here. That happened with there's another artist I follow called Samantha, and she lives up in Canada, and I was having a bit of a moan about how cold it was over the winter, and she said it was something like 30 odd inches of snow, and I'm like, I really shouldn't moan, should I? Whenever we get snow in the UK, it's just like someone's lightly dusted everything in ice and sugar. Cold, yeah. No, I'm not good with cold. I'm just crap with the temperatures in general. Like, I don't like it when it's too cold. I don't like it when it's too hot. The cold I don't mind. I wouldn't mind the cold as much, but the problem with the cold is, for me, it canes the back of my hands. It absolutely rips them. Otherwise, everywhere else I can warm up and it's fine, but it's just the backs of my hands and it bruises me. And then the hot weather's just annoying because when you go to bed it's unbearable. As long as you're keeping safe over there. No, cold weather can be an absolute beach for driving and all that stuff as well. Gotta play a bit with my cousin, take over. No, thanks for popping in, Coop. Really appreciate it. You go and enjoy the rest of your evening. Spring break. Yeah, that's something we don't have here, spring break. We've got the Easter holidays. That's a more tense affair. There's a comedian now called Kevin Bridges who does a great bit about that. Yeah, kids' Easter holidays aren't for a couple of weeks though. What fun things have you been doing? Sledding, from the sounds of it. Cleaning. Did I read that wrong? Cleaning. The life of a parent. When you have kids and you start getting excited about different brands of things that you could clean the house with. Because when your kids mess up the joint, and then you have that one day where you've cleaned it and you're like, oh my god, this is what happiness used to look like. Until the kids shat all over that. Not literally. I think you've got bigger problems if your kids are literally shitting all over the place. Oh, here we go. TikTok being TikTok again. So I've been streaming on here for an hour, right? And then all of a sudden it decides to say, oh, well, there's low activity, so complete this puzzle. It's like, can you not see my hands moving about, TikTok? What are you doing? Yeah, stupid thing. It's been doing that. Like, I streamed this, so I streamed this particular one on YouTube, and I've started streaming it on TikTok as well, because why not? But every time I've done it, it's like, oh, but it only does it after like an hour or so, and it's like, oh, there's low activity or whatever, so can you do this puzzle to show that you're still there? It's like, it makes no sense. Streaming on YouTube's good. I was saying to Daniel, who's he's in both. That I started streaming on YouTube ages ago, when they opened up the doors for people to stream, because I wanted to try out sort of long formatted sort of stream. People were asking about the process of seeing it in real time, and I thought a stream would be a good way to show it. And I think I started streaming on YouTube before I even had a TikTok account. Or did I? Or wow, I would have started streaming on YouTube before, or I would have just started TikTok, because you need 1,000 subs on TikTok before you can stream. But no, it's really good on YouTube. Like, we've got a good set of people on YouTube. We always hang out and chat about stuff. One of the guys in YouTube, Uni, I think he's still here. TikTok's banned where he's from. Sounds like America are going the same way, possibly. I don't know. I still don't know why they're thinking of banning it. I haven't looked it up. I don't know what the reason is. Yeah, I do enjoy streaming on YouTube. Like I was saying, I don't tend to get as much sort of activity on TikTok. It's weird. Like, I get better viewership on my videos on TikTok than I do on YouTube, but I tend to do better live on YouTube than I do on TikTok. It's a bit of a weird one. I'm not complaining. I'll take any views and any people interacting as I can. Salander Floor, bonjour. Thanks for popping in. Oh, thank you so much for the heart. Really appreciate it. Oh, thank you, B-Dot. Appreciate it. Oh, well, I figured, like, why not just stream both? Like, you know, pick up viewers when I can. I thought it made sense to kind of separate it at first, because the shorter format sort of videos I do suited TikTok. But that was before I could go live on either of them. Yeah, the link to my YouTube should be in my profile. I hope it's the right one. Like, TikTok's really annoying. Like, I'll put a link to my YouTube channel in my bio on TikTok, but I've got two YouTube channels. One connected to my old email address, which I had to abandon, so I just use that for just watching stuff. And then my new one, which is connected to all my art channels. And I always link the one to my art YouTube, but TikTok annoyingly always seems to just flip it around every few months. It's very, very irritating. Yeah, it's a strange one. I think, I mean, I know TikTok is meant to be sort of designed more for the short kind of form video, isn't it? Like, I think 10 minutes is the biggest you can do that you can upload in terms of just like a straight video. And then you've got streaming, which you can do for as long as you want. Like, I've got a couple of longer form videos. I think there's a couple on YouTube where I've done like sketchbook tours and things like that. Yeah, TikTok and YouTube are the two that I mainly use. I've got a Facebook sort of dedicated to this kind of work, but I've kind of neglected it a little bit. I need to put some more stuff on there. I have triumphantly returned with 5 cheese pizza. That is one hell of a flex. Four cheese pizza is normally the standard, but you had to go and get a 5 cheese, eh? Go on then, list us these 5 cheeses, Dead Hand. What have we got? I'm presuming one of them's mozzarella. 5 cheese pizza, where have you obtained that from? Signed up for Whatnot to auction off some work. I have not heard of Whatnot. I will definitely check it out though, B-Dot. Like, a few people have suggested to me about looking at art fairs and galleries and things like that, and it's something I 100% intend to do. It's just I'm so bad at multitasking. I'm very much a one thing at a time kind of person. So like the only thing I'm concentrating on now is the editing the pictures when I scan them to make for prints. So that's the only thing I'm doing at the minute. I'm making a hash of this line, by the way, in case you didn't notice. Not a clue. From your local pizza joint. I've never ever seen a 5 cheese pizza. That is bold. Is it any good? It sounds like it should be the best pizza, or one of the great pizzas that you can get. It can be hit and miss, can't it? Thank you for all the likes as well, by the way, up to 1,300. Always happy if I get above 1,000 likes. I've still got 2 original pieces to sell as well. I dropped off my first one yesterday, and I've still got my 2 I bought all the packaging and stuff, so when I do eventually sell them, I'm not expecting them to sell them like right away because, you know, hardly anyone knows they exist. But yeah, I still, for those watching, have that one and that one going. But yeah, with the money I've made off the first one, I've still got. I used it to buy these. I only found these the other day. What are they? Bubble wrap envelopes. I bought these. I need to open these actually to make sure they're all right. Yeah, these hardback envelopes for the print. That stinks. Yeah, these hardback envelopes for the prints. And some boxes as well. So the original works will go in those bubble wrap envelopes, and then I'll box them up and, you know, put like thank you notes and stuff like that in there. Like, it's slow, like the process of getting it all together is slow, but whoops, it's getting there. Like all the little bits that I need. It's mega cheesy, but in a good way. Makes you food coma hard after. Yeah, I'll bet. With that much cheese running through your veins. It'll be worth it though. Was they impressed with it? Yes, they were. I think I did say that it was my dad who bought it. But a sale's a sale. I'm not going to scoff at who buys it. I did have someone say that they would buy one of my prints when they're available to get, so that's why I'm trying to get a move on as fast as I can to get them edited properly. I just want to make sure that they're really good quality. Like, I don't want to just scan them and, you know, print them out on shit paper. I want to actually make them look really nice. So when you receive the print, it's like, you know, a really nice quality. Like, I thought matte photo paper was the way to go, but I'm not 100% sold on it. Like, it feels like it should be like more glossy paper, you know. Am I planning on doing one? Yeah, that's the idea. So what I want to do is, sorry, B-Dot's just asked if I'm going to do one big drop. Yeah, that's the idea. So I'm going to print off everything that's there, or everything that I intend to print. So there'll be 10 of these. There'll be 10 different drawings, and I'll do 5 prints of each drawing. So that's 50 of these. And then I'll pick maybe 5 of these ones. I'll do 5 prints of those as well. So there'll be 75 prints in total to buy of 25 different drawings. Not 25, 15 different drawings, sorry. As well as the 2 originals that I've done. When all of that is sort of there, I'll have them kind of neatly sort of stacked. So as soon as someone puts an order in, I can just, you know, seal it up, sign it, and send it away. I don't have to faff around, you know, editing and print. I want everything set up and ready to go before anyone's able to kind of push buy, if you know what I mean. So I'll do it with one big drop, like you say. That's the idea anyway. Oh, thank you for sharing it as well, B-Dot. Appreciate it. But yeah, the only thing I'm really concentrating on at the minute is just getting all the prints out and getting the shop up. That's why there's not much drawing happening at the minute for me. Like, I'll still do these ones, obviously, the Monday and Friday. I'll still obviously do these, just to make sure I'm doing some drawing. And I'll try and get... Like, I wanted to get a time-lapse video out in between. But I've just not had time to do it at the minute because I'm concentrating on and, you know, getting those edits done and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, hopefully it won't take me too long to get it all out there, you know. What am I looking for? I think that's the one after, yeah. That's great, thank you. Yeah, I figure it best to have an actual plan of attack before I go and, you know, just randomly declare a load of drawings that are available, you know. What else do I want to do here? You got your big goal and sub goals. Yeah, I try to. I thought if I'm going to do this, like, I'll do it right. I'll not just kind of rush ahead and do something that's not going to work. I was saying earlier that one of my problems, it was to Coop, who was here earlier, he was talking about his artistic block. And I said one of my problems is, like, I'll get loads of ideas that I'll be really excited about, and I just want to sprint towards them, and it's like, no. Focus on one thing at a time. You'll have time to do all your other stuff, but get your priorities done. So like the shop, the store is the shop, whatever. That's the priority for me. Make sure that's the thing that's the priority. But yeah, like I said, I just want to make sure that the prints are of good quality. I don't want to, if people are going to buy my work, I don't want to send them shit. I want to send them, you know, a proper nice, even, it doesn't matter if it's a print and it's only going to cost 15 quid or whatever. I want to send them like a really nice, high quality print. So I want to get it right first. Like, I know it's taken a little while, and I keep saying, you know, the shop's so close to being up, but I just want to make sure that it's right, and it'll be worth it, because once it's open, like, I'm not expecting the floodgates to kind of open and have like 1,000 people get straight in there, but once it's open, it'll be like, right, you've done this bit properly. Like, you've not skimped on it. You know, and in time, hopefully. Oh, I'll be able to build up a regular customer base. But that's also why I wanted to do sort of focus so heavily on prints, because even though like I'd get more money from like doing original pieces at like, you know, £200-300 on the sort of 9x12 card, and then, you know, I could up it to canvases where I could get closer to £500, £1,000. I think having prints there, like reasonably priced prints, it's just something people can keep coming back to. You know, that I'll have like a library of work as well that I can just keep. Once as well that I've kind of got a way of like a method of getting prints set up really quickly and easily, then, you know, I can have them kind of ready for people in no time. But I've had a few people say, oh, I'm, you know, I specialise in promotion, and, you know, I could market your work for you. It's like, nah, no thank you. Appreciate you trying to help, but no. %. I'm just going to put my signature thing in. Nearly finished this one. This one's turned out all right, I think. This one could be a print. You never know. You never know. I wish I hadn't put that there. Shit. It's okay. Got to roll. Have a good rest of your evening. Thank you so much. Thank you for popping in, B-Dot. Really appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes as well. You have a good, I don't know what time of day it is where you are, but have a good rest of the day / evening. For the low, low price of £20 billion, I'd sing about your art from the rooftops. That's very sweet of you, Dead Hand. Unfortunately, I do not have £20 billion. But if you tell people about my art, maybe I can get to that and bankroll it, you know? Do 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 do. Left-handed painter, how's it going? Good to see you. What do I want to do with that? And thank you for the like as well. Or likes, I don't know how many you put down. Even if it's just one, I'm thankful for it. In the Steam Spring Sale, I picked up every Command & Conquer for 10 quid. That's a very good deal. They used to have, I do like the Command & Conquers. I've not played, I think the last one I played was Tiberian Sun, I think. They had, when I worked at Game Station, they had a box of all, I say all of them, I think there was about 10 of them. It's like a blue box. I think that was about 10, 12 quid. And it was one that I always intended to pick up, but I never did. I don't know why I never picked it up. I've still got Red Alert on the PS1. In fact, is that it there? It is. I used to love playing this. There it is. I bought that from Game Station when I worked there 10 years ago. I got it for like 2 quid or something. Good to see you. Excuse me. Yeah, no, I've been sensible with the Steam stuff. I bought Watch Dogs and The Messenger, and I'm not buying any other games until I play them. Thank you. Ferrari Show, thank you for the likes. Welcome in. And thank you for the follow as well. And that's why I started going live on TikTok, because I figured may as well. Always worth getting a few extra eyes on your work if you can. Very disciplined, I am. No, I think I kind of had my Steam splurge phase sort of after uni. Oh. Where I'd just go and buy, like I saw a deal. I remember when all the Grand Theft Autos were available for $5, or all of the ones up to GTA. Was it GTA San Andreas? I think it was £10 including GTA 4. And I, spent loads of money on that. Say loads, it's £10. But you see like 5 different deals like that. So you think, oh, it's only going to be £10, and that £10 ends up being £100 or £50 or whatever it is. Tell you what used to be lethal, Dead Hand, was the Humble Indie Bundle. I've not been on it for years, but the Humble Bundle, where you'd get, like, I don't know, it'd be like maybe 5 or 6 indie games for like £10. I used to splurge on those loads. So I've ended up with about, I don't know, I would say about 100 games off the back of it. Like, obviously not in one go, like over the years, like over like a 5-6 year period where you'd spend, like, I don't know, say 5 or 6 quid on a bundle, then like a couple of months later you'd spend another 5-6 quid on a bundle. Yeah, Humble Bundle's mad. Like, I've not been on it for ages, thankfully. But yeah, that was an absolute crucifixion to my wallet, that one. Yeah, the thing is as well with Humble Bundle is that more often than not, like obviously not every game's going to be a winner, but most of the games you get in the Humble Bundle were actually really good. How do I want to do this? Not entirely sure. It's far off language vibes, like Found in a Temple. Yeah, I can kind of see that. I think one of the things when you draw a piece like this in 2D, God, my camera keeps going all over the shop. Yeah, when you draw a piece like this, like to me, I always see it as like chunks of a structure. Apart, well, maybe not that one, but like a side-on view of a building or a station or something like that. That's how I always see it. But it's really interesting listening to people sort of say how they see it. Like say, floor plans was one. You just said there it reminds you of like a far-off language. It's really cool listening to what how people interpret it. Got like a cut on the back of my head. Right, last little chunk, and then I'll do a little bit of detail in the sort of panels, and that'll be it. That will be it. I'll leave that bit there. That's my 0.005. Many I see, many things my grandpapa used to say. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm not going to go full sort of inset with the lines on this one. Just every few. Nice pen work. Thank you very much, Sam. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've nearly finished this one. wife and kids are watching Dirty Dancing downstairs. Thank you very much, Mr. Mouse. Very kind words. Appreciate it. I've just been sent a voice note from a friend saying the Peaches song from Super Mario movie. And my daughter loves that song. She loves that film. It is a good film, to be fair. I've got to say, I think the casting of Jack Black as Bowser is one of the best choices in film history. I think that's such a good choice. Peaches, 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 peaches. And that cover he's recently done of Hit Me Baby One More Time is brilliant. Tenacious D just needs to do a cover of just like a full album of pop song covers. It'd be brilliant. I'd lap it straight up. I think, in fact, do you know what's going to make this pop off just a little bit more? Just a little bit more. Right, and there you have it. Finished. Another one in the book. Number 44. I think when I get to 50, I'll do a sketchbook tour. See how the artwork's changed over. Yeah, I can't believe I've nearly done 50 of these. One thing I have noticed is I think I'm just naturally geared to kind of go towards this. Is the composition of the drawings has changed. Like if you look, I'll kind of do them almost like a central column just to make it. I don't know what it is in my head. I just like things to be neat. So I think at the start I tried to kind of make it a bit more random. But I don't know what it is, like a subconscious thing where I just like to have things down the middle as a column just to make it look nice. I mean, that one's a bit random. There's been a couple, I suppose that one's a bit more off. That one. Yeah, that one as well. I actually really like that one. I should probably do more like this. But yeah, thanks for everyone. Thanks to everyone who joined on TikTok and YouTube. Always good to see the usual crew in on YouTube. Always nice chatting. But yeah, I'm going to go and chill out for the rest of my evening now. But yeah, thank you again, Dead Hand, Ernie, Coob, Daniel, thanks for popping in on YouTube, B-Dot. And everyone's lovely comments on YouTube and TikTok, really appreciate it. Have a good evening. I might be in and out on TikTok through the week, but so everyone have a very, very good evening and rest of the week, and I'll catch you later.